said yesterday. He says, Mr. Kejriwal doesn't like the increase in price and therefore deems it to be corruption. But that doesn't make it corruption. It simply means it's something he doesn't like and doesn't agree with. And what Mr. Kejriwal is guilty of doing is to convert his dislike for a price into an allegation of corruption. And Mr. Salve is saying that is an unwarranted claim. And if the Delhi police don't agree, there's every likelihood the matter may not be taken further.
So let us look at the facts in this case. Krishna Godavari gas belongs to the people of this country. That's what the Supreme Court has said. And that's why the Supreme Court said in their 2010 decision that the government is free to fix the price in public interest. They did not examine as to whether the decision to increase the price from 2.34, which was a price which Reliance itself had bid for in a global tender floated by the NGC, to 4.2 was a corrupt decision or not. They just said that, well, government is free to fix the price in public interest. Now let's look at this issue. Reliance on its own showing produces this gas at less than $1 per MMBTU per unit. They themselves had bid 2.34. Yet the price was first increased to 4.2 and now increased to 8.4, which will involve a transfer of at least 54,000 crores annually from the consumers of gas, that is fertilizers, power, as well as people who are using CNG or domestic gas, etc., to the coffers of Reliance. And other thing is, Reliance is supposed to produce more than 50% of the total gas in India if they had stuck to their original contract of producing 80 MMCD. They dropped the production to 14 because they wanted to pressurize the government to increase the price from 4.2 to 8.4.
You're giving me a very elaborate answer to a very simple question, which is why I need to bring in an expert. I want to bring in Mr. Taneja. What Mr. Bhushan is arguing with that wealth of detail is that, in fact, there is a good basis for arguing that the pricing that Mr. Kejriwal doesn't like is actually tantamount to corruption. And therefore, he's disputing Harish Salve's claim that it can't be considered corruption unless you do it prejudicially. How do you respond to Mr. Bhushan's explanation and answer?
Ignorance. Ignorance. There is no other word. I give you example. Listen, I want to give you example, Mr. Bhushan. Government of India negotiated with the government of Iran for importing gas from there. The total size of the deal was $25 billion at a fixed at a certain rate. The government of Iran backed out because in the meantime, the rates of gas internationally have gone up. So Russia, today, I'm talking today, Russia is renegotiating its contract with a couple of countries in western part of the Europe on gas. It's a normal practice. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
If you look at the oil and gas industry across the world, particularly gas, it's a practice. What happened in this particular case was when they negotiated and signed the agreement, that time the production had not started. They didn't know the exact cost of production. So that was the reason they submitted the bid, and that was because at that time Reliance was still learning the game. So after that, I think the whole thing was they tried to reopen, which is a normal practice in the gas sector. It's nothing new.
Let me stop you there, Mr. Taneja. You're making a convincing argument in defense of both what the government did and Reliance did. But on the other hand, and you know this, Nayantara Rai, the CAG has alleged in their reports that Reliance is guilty of gold plating. And certainly in the letters that he was writing when he was oil minister, Mr. Jayapal Reddy seemed to agree with the CAG claim.